I don't know if the only one who gets caught up in the situation in situations like this. So you see someone who's doing what you're doing, or someone who you know does what you wish you could do, right? In any field, whatsoever, and you just hate them for no reason. They've done nothing to you, but you just hate them for no reason. At some point, I started to begin to think that I was a bad person for doing that. Like, why should you hate on someone for no reason? Why should you hate on someone because the person is like, person's skill is better than yours, or the person looks like a competition? And it's usually, most times, it's usually those that are one step ahead of you, or just a few couple steps ahead of you. You just hate them for no reason. But when I became aware that that stuff happens to me, or a lot of times, when I became aware that that stuff happens to me a lot of times, I chose to utilize it in a very, oh, that's too much. I chose to utilize it in a very healthy way. And the first time I utilized this, the first time I utilized, the fact that I hate somebody because the person is doing better than I'm doing, or I noticed that I hated someone because the person is doing something I wish I could do. That first time I tried to use it as a strength. First time I tried to use it as a strength was at the gym. Right. So there's this bro at the gym. I hope he doesn't see this Sunday, but even though he sees it, so Lord. Uh he does a couple of things that I wish I could do. Right. He does a couple of things that I wish I could do, and more reps. He gives more reps in, has the strength, trains to failure, and all that. And I felt a tingly feeling inside me that just doesn't like him because of the competition. But then I told myself that this is unhealthy. We have to use this in a very healthy manner. So the fact that I noticed that stuff in him, the fact that I noticed that stuff in him, that he's bigger in some certain of ways, is better. I made him a friend. I made him a friend this time, not to bring down his walls. No, I didn't make him a friend to bring down his walls. What I did was I made him a friend and I learned his ways. Simple, and it worked. So, funny enough, when I got closer to him, I noticed that he too sees some things in me that he wish he could do. So, at that level, instead of us hating on each other, we became a healthy competition. I think that's the word. We became a healthy competition. And I'm beginning to utilize that also in my dealings as a creative person, as an artist, and also my day-to-day life. If I see someone who's way ahead of me, or who's just ahead of me, or does something that I wish I could do, I get closer and learn from the person. And most times, I know in your situation, it might be someone who is not that reachable. Say there's an artist who posts his works online, there's a filmmaker who posts his works online, and for some reason you just have this tingly feeling that that could have been me. And the fact that you think that that could have been you, yes, it can be you. So you focus on this strength that this person has, you steal from it, right? So the fact that I hate something sometimes, not all the time though, the fact that I hate something sometimes is because I wish I was on that level, or I wish I could do something like that. So when I see that, I use it as an opportunity to better myself in anybody, in any way, in anything. Oh, this person does this better than me. Oh, bro, I'm still in it. And 90% of the time, when I do things like that, I become a better person. Like I become better than I was yesterday. I just steal. So I just, not just steal. I see what I like. I walk myself up to that level. Like it feels like an awakening, right? It's like an awakening that there's a level that you've not gotten to, and that's attainable. So I use that as an awakening to better myself, and use that as an awakening to better myself and become a better artist and a better person in general. I think that's how you should. I think that's how I'll use the phrase "hate like an artist." That's how you should hate like an artist. Make it a healthy competition and make it a new level that you think that you make it a new level that you should attain. Right. That way you're going to use hate to your advantage and be self-aware that the fact that you hate somebody or something most times is because they have something that you wish you had. So why not team up? I'm going to drop it here, and I think after this you and I would utilize hate in a very different way, make it the strength and not something that makes us look miserable. Anyway, I love you guys, and I would love to see you guys again in the next video. So let me get back to painting, and this time I'm not utilizing hate. No, I'm doing what I have to do. Peace.